season 3 of Time Capsule Podcast. Today we have with us powerhouse of talent, actor, director, and a true legend of Bengali cinema. He has profound contribution in both theaters and cinemas. A mentor at heart, he passionately advocates for the art. We have with us Sir Apratim Chatterjee.
It's great to have me. It's great to be here too. Yes, thank you very much.
Sir, you have worn many hats actor, director. Also, you also do theater. So I want to know where this all started. If you can take us back to the initial days and what sparked that initial interest.
See, to be very frank, I never thought that I would come into this industry because I wanted to study chartered accounting. So in class 11, there was this thing farewell to class 12.
Okay.
So the teachers and my friends came and approached me. Let's do play and give the seniors a play, funny play, something like that. So we did a play, casual. Then after that, I started doing full bachelor's in commerce. Then suddenly a friend called me up, see, this place, so I got to try professional thing. So then I got introduced to this group called theatrician.
Yes.
I did an audition. And I got selected. Then I started. Wow, this is so nice. This is so happy. Wow, life. Then after completing my graduation, then I took this seriously. Want to take this profession.
Okay. So how were your parents about this? Were they okay?
Initially not, but fine.
They were fine.
They were fine.
Yeah. So were there any like in your initial days? Was there any actor, director, or particular work which inspired you a lot to get into this journey?
No, the process is itself inspiring.
Okay.
Really, no, I don't have any idol, but I didn't have any idol that time.
Right.
Because films, theater is for fun.
Yeah.
Just as casual thing. Go to the cinema or watch a film. That's it.
Right.
And that time there was no concept for series, web series. We did TV serial and cinema and theater. So it just happened. I did that play. It was called God, directed by Kanak Gupta.
Yeah.
So then I enjoyed the process. Slowly I was enjoying the process. Then I got introduced to a film director named Bhawanipur who did a film named Oi Chui
Okay.
long back. So I associated with her. I was her associate director, or we must say, it was the first project. So I was the observer. I was there from auditioning till the film released in the cinema. I was there the whole process. I really enjoyed the process. Slowly things happen.
So like you mentioned your theater group, theatrician. Do you have any incident from that which you can share with our audience? जो आपके साथ लाइफ टाइम रहेगा मतलब आपको इंसिडेंट अगर आप थिएट्रिशियन के बारे में सोचते हो इंसिडेंट आपके दिमाग में
Lots of incidents. Just can't name or say about any one incident. For example, performing at Canvas Laugh Club in Palladium Mall, Bombay. Where I can see people laughing and falling off the chairs like that. It was an amazing experience. Then performing to an agreement at Insigne Tata Theatre. Be there, one of the costliest auditorium in the country. And see people in a semi-circular auditorium, a house full.
Okay.
And these are performance memories, or else rehearsal memories, etc. What's the
Any funny incident which that you look back?
See, when we do comedy kitchen, the comedy series, every moment is funny.
Right. Also, I think we have like shown that the
Fish and chips, Hoichoi, Bengali app. There's yes, fish and chips will be funny. I really enjoy shooting.
So, sir, you do acting also, you have been also acting. And as you mentioned, you are the only actor in Bengal who has appearance in Netflix. You were there in
No. It's like
Currently, yes.
current situation wise.
Current situation, like you have like in Netflix you have Khashi going on, and then in Doordarshan you have a show going on,
Yes.
and then also Whack Girls in
Whack
Amazon
Girls,
Prime,
Amazon Prime.
right? And also in cinema hall you have a
The
movie.
Balaram Kandu
Yes, sir.
comedy movie.
Yes, sir. So when you have so many things going on, how do you manage, like if you have multiple projects at the same time? How do you manage that?
No, see, I really don't have to manage this. These are all being released. So I've worked in this project, say, a year back, 2 years back.
No, obviously.
So I don't have to manage anything.
No, but when you have like multiple projects, maybe you are shooting one thing and
Then it's a difficult thing.
Yes.
I have to manage. I have to do this. I have to shoot from one place to another place, travel. थोड़ा hectic हो जाता है, but it's okay. You have to do some work.
So you like जितना मैं आपको जानती हूँ, you take work as a game and like that is your passion.
Of course.
So as Dean sir was also saying, your work is like you do it for passion, not just for money.
Of course. Yeah.
So
Like I have money like that.
obviously.
Yeah.
So sir, what's a theatre artist? They find like if they are going into cinema and a web series, they find that transition a little difficult.
Of course.
Because in theatre, like you are performing in front of live audience, you are performing on the stage, and then when you are shooting, then you have to look at the camera and everything. You worked in everything. So how was that transition for you? And what challenges were there?
See, I really didn't face much challenge. So because I was going through that process of learning and unlearning also. It was not that I was just doing theater, and I was focusing on the way theater acting is done. Because parallelly I was training myself for the other forms also. And to be very honest, ज़्यादा मेहनत नहीं करता था.
So you are talented now.
पता नहीं हाँ. Very well.
So sir, जब आपका first film की theme होगी, how nervous you were?
Oh my. Oh, बहुत. I was very nervous.
And how did you?
Seeing this set, camera, so many people, then I have to learn the lines and deliver properly. So it was even today, whenever I face
So how do you?
camera or working or acting on stage, something happens. So
So how do you overcome that?
I overcome by performing. Oh yeah, that is better.
Yeah. So पर like अगर लोगों को there is something like what I do is take it actually with me. If I am nervous, I don't let other people see that I am nervous. So do you do the same thing?
Yes, of course. This is another way. This is another way.
क्योंकि अगर दूसरों को दिखेगा then
Then you will be judged.
yeah, exactly.
So then you will not get any work.
Exactly. Right. So, like you have so unique approach to storytelling. Can you walk us when you're preparing for any scene or when you're preparing for a character, especially if it was a very intense character like a Begum Jaan? So, how do you prepare yourself? How exactly do you tell it happening?
Is that we get the script before, and it's all about the rehearsal and listening to the director, what the director is wanting. So, given options, on such level, I have to take it. Then finally, you come to a conclusion and then do the final thing. It's all about the homework.
Right.
So, if the homework is good, then the performance will be good.
You have to select that one role which will stay with you lifetime. वो कौन सी role है?
It's there. People maximum will know me for two trouble.
Yes.
She's there. It's there.
Right. So there is some controversial questions. wanted to ask. Uh, One is that according to humors, what we hear, हम लोग को ऐसा लगता है कि wait a minute, there is a lot of things you have to go through. Like there is a lot of politics also which goes on behind the scenes and everything. So, what is your take on that? How much is this prevalent now also?
Yes,
Okay.
it is. It's difficult. You cannot. It's not just in this industry. It's in every industry. And once you start getting bigger roles, challenging roles, people will be there. Doing this kati pachati with your character and then cut you off, very you off.
So, आपके personal life, तो आप personally ऐसा कुछ experience?
Yes, yes, lots of it. Very good.
Sir, what are
For example, I got up. I get Monday. I get a call for a series. The audition for that. I get selected. Even my train tickets are been booked. I get the tickets also. It's like that. Day after tomorrow, I'm supposed to travel. Tonight, I get a call that the project has been shelved.
Okay.
Then I come to know that some big, powerful person has done a cutty budget thing with my role. Somebody else was acting. This happened.
So, what exactly goes on? These kinds of things.
अरे यार क्या कैमरा के साथ बोल नहीं पाओगे what goes on ना कॉल hey
Okay. So ऐसा करेंगे कि आपके साथ some very big famous actor जो आपको के साथ साथ जा रहे थे और आप जब उनसे मिलने जाने वाले थे like you had some expectations about him. जब भी हम लोग के होता है कि हाँ he is a very big actor उनके बारे में ऐसा सुना है and that is very nice and everything. But when you meet him or her, the reality is totally different and
no that is the thing. The thing is कि ये वाइब मुझे पहले ही पता चल गया समय
okay.
ये मुझे नेगेटिव वाइब देने वाला है वाली so I don't go there. I don't take a chance on it. It's like I've acted with lots of Bengali, of course, Bengali legends, Bengali actors. Even I worked with Rajkumar Rao, Nasru Turisha, Vidya Balan, and many more. So अभी तक तो जिनसे मिला हूँ गुड फर्स्ट फर्स्ट नेगेटिव नाम नहीं लूंगा तो मिला ही नहीं
you have a very positive approach.
yeah
You are playing safe.
टोटल सी झमेला में जाना ही नहीं टाइम नहीं है भाई एकदम टाइम वेस्ट
सर being actor, theater.
पर वो टाइम में सो जाऊंगा ना पार्टी के लिए rather than wasting time on that.
So if you have to like अगर आप अपने करियर में इनिशियल डेज में जा पाते एंड कुछ अगर आप एक चीज चेंज कर पाते अपने करियर के लिए या आप आपका एक्शंस के चेंज कर पाते हैं व्हाट वुड दैट वन थिंग बी जो आप चेंज करना चाहते
थोड़ा कम मोटा थोड़ा ज्यादा मोटा फिर ज्यादा फूल
हो तो आप अभी भी कर सकते
it's too much waste of time and money
हैं
and nothing as such.
Sir, you mentioned that Begum Jaan was the first Hindi film.
Yes, first Hindi film Begum Jaan by Srijit Mukherjee. I get a call from Srijit Dutt's team that I am selected for a role. Because before that, I was really wanting to work with Srijit Dutt because I'm a big fan of Srijit Mukherjee. Then Autograph, Paisha, all these films were released. So my first Hindi project, Begum Jaan, I was very excited, nervous because I came to hear that I could work with Vidya Balan. The previously it's Bombay project, so I go to the set. So it was a huge set, so many people, so many things happening. Then this one lady comes to me. Hello, sir. So and so. I'm a shadow for them. She was my assistant. My assistant. Really? So fine. She takes me to the set. It's a huge house. And then I meet Sujita. Sujita says, hello, Apratim, how are you? How's things? Everything good? So Vidya, this is Apratim. This is Vidya. She's advancing that. Vidya, fine, okay. She was also like, hello, Apratim, কেমন আছো? ভালো আছো? Anyway, so funny incident was the last day of shooting. At least my last day. The shooting was taking place in Vadhava Rajbari, Calcutta, Alipur. Okay. So I was supposed to go and complain in front of two heads of the village. So I didn't know who they were. Wow. So I went there, I was called, I mean, I could see two people sitting down. I went there, I turned and they were shocked. It was Rajat Kapoor or Rashmi Kapoor. Okay. And I said, oh, fine. First take, I couldn't really deliver the dialogue because I was nervous. But then even they supported, Shrita supported. It was a nice experience. Begum Jaan was a very nice experience.
So, have you ever come across directors who, like, there are directors who will motivate you, who will encourage you, but there are also directors that, अगर आप ठीक से नहीं deliver कर रहे हो, they'll scold you and everything. So, have you come across that second kind of director?
Yeah.
How did you manage in that environment?
It's like I have to just take 2 minutes of request the director to go out, shout at the director without the director in front. Then I come back to the floor and they deliver. Like this. Many incidents of that.
Sir, as someone who has been in a lot of movies, what advice you would like to do or audience who want to do this industry?
I just give.
Sir, something like when they have to work with actors, directors, so जैसा मैंने अभी explain किया, who are not treating the big scene. What?
Also, don't think much about those things.
Also,
there will be people who will treat you very poorly and all. That is part and parcel of the game. Just take that like that. Keep things very easy. Concentrate on your main job. Make work that you're doing. Keep learning from them. Keep learning from surrounding. Slowly, steadily, you will definitely climb. I'm telling you, definitely.
Sir, that is, but there are a lot of people who will, demotivate you. Who will say,
there will be, of course.
Critics mostly.
See, if they are not there, if people are not there to criticize you, you won't grow. If there are not people who will say negative about it, you won't grow. Okay. If everybody is saying, very good, very good, very good, very good, then you will think, okay, fine, whatever I'm doing is very good. Then you will not work on your craft anymore. Until and unless you hear negative comments, you will not work positive.
Right. Sir, looking back at your career, what is that one thing which you have learned, one lesson you have learned, which will stay with you for the lifetime?
There are lots of lessons. Like right now, what I said, don't take negative things too much serious. Stay away from negativity around. Try to stick with positive people, positive step. At least before going to sleep, at least be a positive environment. And things like this, there are lots of stuff.
So recently you worked in the web series Haki.
Haki, very much.
Made by Pandey, Sir Neeraj Pandey. Sir, it was a story of Bengal. But these films are slowly fading away. The films which shows the true color of Bengal, true
it's
culture.
A series.
Yes.
See, in a series, you get the chance to make projects.
Yes.
Sorry. So this is a series. A series you can make projects like this because there is no time limit. Basically, exactly. When you go for making film it's constant time. Just film में भी होता है.
So do you think that ये जो Bengali film culture है थोड़ा slowly fade away हो रहा है? Do you think this is true or what is it?
नहीं थोड़ा time खराब जा रहा है but it's okay. It happens everywhere.
So in Khaki you worked along Ritwik Bhomik.
Ritwik Bhomik,
Yeah,
yes.
he's a rising star.
Yes,
एक तो और बहुत famous web series में मैंने काम किया.
Uh,
So how was your experience?
Bandish Bandits.
Yes, yes.
It was nice, it was nice. We really gelled up very well. We didn't take much time to gel up.
Yeah.
We got introduced to ourselves. And we met good actors.
You have worked with a lot of Bengali actors who is very famous.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So what was your like when you meet them? How exactly do you try to make that impression?
No, no, no.
You don't have
I don't take the extra effort of creating any impression. I try to impress my work. So that is my job. Impressing someone is not my job. So that's it.
Sir, also as you said, the politics for people. So there are times where you may not have a lot of work because ups
Yes,
and downs
yes,
होता
yes,
है.
yes. Like I'm telling you, lots of times it has happened in 3, 4 months. I'm just sitting at home waiting to get work and all. It happens with I'm telling you, it happens with everyone.
Basically जो creators मतलब जो creators होते हैं जो artists होते हैं उनके साथ भी होते हैं.
Yes, yes, yes.
So how do you deal with that and how the mental state for that?
पहले जब ये हुआ था, then I was very depressed. Then slowly I learned that this is the thing that I have chosen. So ऐसा टाइम हो गया कि मेरे पास काम नहीं रहा. So I have indulged in myself slowly into various things, like as I'm acting in the camera, in front of camera.
Right.
There are serial, advertisements, cinema, series. Um, this is a part. Then another part is my theater. Either I'm performing in theater, or I'm doing direction in theater, or I'm taking workshop classes in colleges like in your college. Then different, because somehow or the other I am busy. Then another part is my house, my home, my family.
Yeah.
That is also part of my life. So I'm busy there also. So I'm busy. Means if somebody asks me, are you free? No, I'm not really free. What working for? What is your work?
Hmm.
And I'm to see that whether I should prioritize that or not. Like that. So going back into that phase of depression, I suggest everyone like this. I tell all my students or all my friends who comes to me and asks me this question. I tell you are busy. Work will not be there with you every time. It's not possible. Even the biggest of the superstars don't work every day.
Yeah, they have that.
Yes. Because you have to choose that. नहीं तो जाओ काम करो 9 to 5 ड्यूटी है फिक्स मैंने डिग्रीज लो नौकरी करो दैट इज सेफ but this you have to choose. So you have to answer good question. You need to be very cautious about this and you need to know how to keep yourself busy.
And I think that gap which we get, it also gives us time to relax, to think exactly,
Yes.
to reflect on us,
Yes.
to learn new things.
Of course. That is the thing, you're busy.
Yes, exactly.
You're busy.
Sir, very recently, you directed a play, 12 Animals, in which all are enacting of Bhawanipur Education College was there.
Thanks to Bhawanipur College and thanks to Calgary for the support and love. And after 5 years again, I did a play and it was so overwhelming. I've actually put up time. It was a houseful show.
Houseful. And especially in Kolkata, it is very difficult that a paid show is going houseful. But after a long time,
That also an English theatre.
That also an English theatre. How was it working with the students of Bhawanipur? And
It was amazing, amazing. They were all cooperative because without the team, this thing wouldn't have been possible. The line just went outside the Kalamandir gate and
yes,
turned an S. And I was supposed to start the show at 7. I couldn't start the show at 7 because the audience couldn't enter.
okay.
So I started the show at 7:10. I went there to the gate and asked the people who were checking the tickets that will just stop checking the tickets right now. Whoever is there, let them enter.
And I think that is a very like you get such a good sense after all this happens. मतलब मन में आता है कि कितना कितना अच्छा, you feel so happy, you feel so overwhelmed.
Yes, that's the reason we are doing a play on 10th April.
Okay.
10th April, the verdict at Yanmanch. And then again on 4th May, I will be doing again 12 animals.
Okay.
Then I'm going to travel Bombay, Delhi, Bangalore with 12 animals. Then we are going to start with comedy. So this year we'll do lots of theatre projects.
Mm-hmm. So it was very nice talking to you.
Same here.
It was a great conversation.
Same here.
Very fun conversation.
Same here.
Thank you so much for coming on our podcast.
Thank you for calling me. Thank you everyone. Thank you. Thank you everyone. Thank you.